Hello guys and welcome back to another video where I'm joined by
Jake Aylish.
Yay! So we've just done part one of a little Q&A on Aylish's channel, which you can check out up there. This is part two where we're talking all about what it's like to work in Dubai. We've had a load of questions, so we're going to sit down and answer them.
Against my will.
You will answer my question. Right, so we all work in quite different fields. Aylish is an online coach / influencer. Jake works in real estate and I work in tech. You should be able to give a bit more of a different opinion on these
It's quite
things.
a broad brushstroke actually,
Yeah, it's
because
good.
like completely different industries. Like we're both employed, you're self-employed.
You can say not employed. Right, question one.
First question.
Qualifications needed to work as a realtor in Dubai.
Well, luckily we have Jake, who works in real estate, to answer that question.
So the only official qualification you'll need is a RERA license. That's attached to a company, so you need to work within a company. I work within Allsop and Allsop, but I am individually a licensed broker. Just to add on to that, that means I had to do a set amount of training and take an examination.
Do you have to pay for that, or did the company pay for that?
I had to pay for that.
Okay, but that is your own qualification?
Yeah, everyone will pay for that.
Also, will you have to redo it if you move to another company?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's my own license. It needs to be renewed every year. They actually do a little refresh test every year now, whereas they used to do it every 2 years. It's not a test, sorry, it's a course, like a one-day refresher course.
This question is aimed at Jake. I know we're on Brad's channel, but I
Sorry,
feel
Brad.
like
Besties.
I could make this question about Oliver. It says, what are Jake's top 2 best tips to generate new business? But what about Oliver?
Speaking to people, whether that's face-to-face, over the phone, I need to speak to people in order for them to kind of, people buy from people, people sell to people. That being said, having really high quality products, so in my case listings, good quality photos, videos, building my brand and promoting on every platform possible, that's how I generate new business.
And I think that links to one of the questions I got, which was, is it easy to network in Dubai? And I guess that means socially and for work.
Yeah.
And yes, like
probably easier than anywhere else.
yeah,
Like
everyone talks to everyone. It's such like a small community, and as soon as you meet someone, they can introduce you to someone else.
And they're
I feel-
happy to do
It's
it.
kind
Yeah.
of wonderful.
Yeah, it's crazy. Everyone just connects with everyone. And Dubai is such a small place. You meet people that know this person, and you can generate a new job from that.
And also, it's the kind of place where, because everyone is just looking to succeed, everyone is here to do well in their field. Other people are more than happy to help you. It's no skin off their back. I don't know, put you in touch with a big brand
As long as you're a good person.
Yeah.
Like if you're a good person here, you will get by. You'll make friends, and that people will help you out because everyone's so willing to help.
Yeah.
If you're not a nice person, then
If you're a part of the community, it's kind of like everyone wants to borrow everyone's sugar,
Yeah.
Like it's great.
and it will always come back around. If you help someone out one day, you'll get
Yeah.
that back tenfold like a week later.
And it comes from everyone being in the same boat, regardless of where you're from. You are living somewhere where you were not born. You didn't. Most people didn't grow up here.
Yeah, like everyone that comes here, most people are on their own. So when you go to a bar or something and you meet someone, they're also on their own. So everyone talks to each other. You network that way, like socially and work-wise. Like
Just bumping into random people.
yeah, it's great.
Is it true that Dubai has no unemployment?
The
You
US.
can live here to begin with without a job, if that's what this question means. It's kind of like, can you come over unemployed? Yes.
Yeah, and I'd kind of say to recommend that. Like you need to come here and get a feel for the place and understand where you want to live, what sort of job you want to do, that sort of thing. People always ask me, if you can, like if you've got some money saved up, people always ask me, should I find a job before coming or should I come over? If you've never been to Dubai before, how do you know you want to commit to a job and live here? Like, even if you come for a week holiday, you need to get a feel for the place.
Yeah, the
first
time we landed, we lived and worked there.
Kind
We
of
didn't
crazy.
leave for about a year.
So just do whatever your pockets say at the time.
Now, if you can choose, obviously,
Yeah,
you want to
test the waters.
people will give their honest opinion. They don't want to lure you here so that you don't like it. Everyone wants it.
Yeah, but it's definitely one of those places that if you like it, you love it, and if you don't like it, you hate it and you leave.
This isn't a question, but I think it's important to talk about because you need a visa to work here.
Yeah.
And being
to exist here.
an influencer online coach, freelance basically is very different to these guys whose jobs cover their visas.
Yeah.
So as an influencer, you need a license.
Yeah.
You can't.
You're almost like a registered company, aren't you? Like you are.
Well,
Yeah.
she is, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get your Instagram account deleted, or your social medias, your YouTube account, your TikTok, if you aren't a registered licensed influencer. And you also need, if you are setting up your own business, you can come over here and be freelance and set up yourself, which costs around, what are the prices? Because
we won't go into prices because it really does depend which free zone you go with, which industry.
But there's loads of agents and things that will sort this all out. And
so many.
And they're really helpful.
I'd say don't try and do it on your own. Just get you might go to someone and you have to pay them an extra 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 dirham or something. But it's worth them to manage all of it, and the paperwork here is
endless,
insane. Endless paperwork.
It's also a bit of a weird process to get your visa. For everyone has to do a medical, fingerprint,
an X-ray as well.
Oh yeah, your X-ray.
Yeah. So don't be freaked out, because especially when I first moved out over here, I never knew there was this medical procedure. So you go in there, you have to take blood, which I do not like. You have to do an X-ray, which then you do your fingerprints and stuff. It's weird.
I like doing my fingerprints.
Yeah. But if you really think about it, that's such a good system. Obviously, they've got everyone's fingerprints on record.
That comes back to how safe it is here.
Yeah. And there's a huge amount of accountability linked to the fact that you can't be here without a visa.
Yeah.
If you
as a tourist, you can come for 30 days
but you've got a tourist visa.
Yeah. So you'll still have a visa 30 days, and then you can extend it to 90. But I think you pay about 1,000 dirham.
The point that I was going to try and make though was it was just that. So if you want to be self-employed, whatever you do, whether it's making things, crafts, I don't know, if you want to if you make jewelry, if you make things, if you want to sell products like that, you need a trade license and you need all of these things, and it's going to cost between 10 to 25,000 dirham per year in general, as an average.
Yeah, it's like a business cost to exist.
So that's instead of paying tax, that would be your business cost.
This is an interesting one, which I guess kind of relates to the visa stuff. If you're a British expat moving to Dubai for work, are you considered a citizen? No. You're basically never a citizen unless you marry an Emirati or.
Yes.
You've got that golden visa now or something.
Yeah,
so
you're still not a citizen.
Yeah, so you can only apply for citizenship. There is very, very strict criteria.
Yeah, I think, it's only 8 to 10% of people that are here are basically Emiratis and locals who are from here that are citizens. So we're considered residents.
Yeah.
How is the workplace for a woman, especially a non-Muslim woman?
I'd say with all the women I've worked with, it's no different. You're all treated as equal. Loads of people that are high up are women. I think it's completely equal here. Probably maybe a little bit more than England.
Yeah. Would agree. It doesn't matter what religion you are, what gender you are. It's based on
competency.
How good you are.
Which is exactly how you want it to be. But we have quite a lot of women in our office, happy as, if not happier than they were in the UK.
I've got two last questions. Mm-hmm. Is it risky to move without a job lined up?
I wouldn't say it's risky to move without a job, because you can come here and find one and make it work, but you do need a lot of savings and you do need to have a bit of a plan on how you're going to get this job, because if you start messing around and then you're 6 months down the line, made no money and renting an expensive apartment, I mean, it's your choice, but you're probably doing yourself in a little bit.
Yeah. And plus, you're not going to really have fun during that time.
Yeah, if you're stressing out.
I know a couple of people who have moved out here without a job to find a job, because it is easier to get a job when you're here.
Yes.
And not in the UK. Or in anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, because you have that presence of actually being here. Some jobs have the requirement of must already be in Dubai, because they don't want to have to fly you out and that sort of.
It is risky, but you should take calculated risks in life.
There you go.
I have a very specific real estate question. Mm-hmm. What are the differences in the processes between selling/buying in the UK to Dubai? Ooh. So I'm going to massively simplify this, is how straightforward it is. So it's a lot easier to sell a property/buy a property in Dubai, whether it's finance, cash, and it's a lot harder for the sale to fall out of bed. Say Brad viewed a property with me today, he really likes that property. I'm also speaking to the seller, so that's something else as well. Other places, you have to have buyer and seller represented differently, whereas I can represent both. I've listed this property, this seller wants to sell, and Brad's like, yeah, love this property, I want to offer $1 million dirham. That's like a really round.
Wow, your pockets are deep, son.
So Brad presents me that offer. I then go to the negotiating table, buyer and seller. Say it was listed at 1.1. We negotiate. We land at 1.05.
I don't have the 0.5.
Okay. So we close at $1 million.
Yes.
We will then go into the contracts phase. I will then draw up the contracts. In Dubai, it's good market practice to use an addendum. So Allsop and Allsop have a set contract which covers buyer, seller, agent. Everyone's protected. It's really nice and kind of simply laid out.
Nice.
The formalisation from the DLD will be the unified Form F, and basically that's a digital template that you use to be able to transfer the property. And you're both looking at me
Do you
like,
remember when he said he'd make this simple?
I know, DLD stands for Dubai Land Department. An addendum also means something.
So once I've finished off the contract, both parties will agree, and then we'll go and sign it. I'll collect a deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're into the process of transferring, and 4 to 12 weeks later, Brad and the seller will turn up to the trustee's office and sign away and sign on the property, exchange the money, and yeah, it's really simple.
So obviously there's a difference between selling and renting. Do you get to choose that? Do you prefer one over the other? Like what's that?
That's a good question. So at most companies, you'll start off in leasing. This is to gain experience. They're subtly different occupations, essentially. You're doing the same job. You're finding leasing or renting is like super fast paced. You know, you can speak to a landlord, and then the next day or that evening, you can, like, if it's vacant, if the tenant's ready, that's it, deal done.
It's very high volume.
High volume, lower value work, if that makes sense. Is much longer range, much larger volumes of money, so it will take a lot longer and it's much higher value.
So then another question that people keep asking is, a lot of the jobs seem to be commission only and there's no basic salary, that sort of thing. How does that work? Is that normal, or?
It's kind of the elephant in the room when you're talking about jobs, because all of the best brokerages will be commission only for the agents. It varies in the UK, but you know, say you're earning 10% of the total commission. Here, I take home 50% of the total commission.
So it's risk and reward, really.
Yeah, it's like, risk and reward.
Yeah. Here you like, and also I quite like it because as hard as you work, is as much as you get rewarded.
There's no cap or anything.
So this is your view.
Yeah,
every single night.
That's pretty crazy. And then you've got the birds just chilling up over here.
We're all in here.
So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out Jake and Aylish's channel, which is Aylish's
No, that's fine.
So thank you guys for watching. I hope it was a bit informative on what it's like working out here. Don't forget to check out Aylish's channel and Jake's little Instagram for his real estate work. Little.
All right then. 3,000 subscribers gone straight to your head.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.